What's going on everyone and welcome back to the channel. I have some exciting news for you today. We have a lot of things to talk about, so let's begin with the first one. So this is the first one. This is a developer note. In fact, it has been written yesterday. So we had the news yesterday, but today we have also the patch note. So I'm also going to talk about the patch note, and there is one thing that is absolutely perfect in the patch note that we have been waiting for so long, and it's going to be released this Thursday, in fact, and this is going to change many things to the auto battle. But first, let's concentrate on that. A skip function is going to be added to the Tower of Mark, the Faction Abyss, the Dragon Cleave, the Emblem Challenge, and also we are going to be able to skip some battles in PvP after the first 50 turns. Okay, so you have to play manually, but 50 turns if you were doing your battle with Sun Wukong, for example, or versus other tanky teams, it might take more than 50 turns. So in fact, it's really useful, and I'm pretty sure that many of you are going to use the skip feature, especially in the fair arena. For example, I think it's gonna come in the fair arena too, because they are not saying that it's gonna be released only in one specific arena, so that's gonna be great. And the skip function for the Tower of Mark, Faction Abyss, Dragon Cliff, Emblem Challenge, that's gonna be perfect if you want to do faster battles. This is great. Then they are gonna add several events for beginners. So in fact, the Intimate Yeti is gonna be added on the 7 first days when you create an account. The Intimate Yeti was a kind of pay-to-win event, so I don't know if they are gonna change the rewards inside of it or not, but at least you are gonna get a bit more rewards for free when you are gonna start your journey on Infinite Magicraid, and so it might help, in my opinion. And this is not written in a dev note, but they are also planning to add a more challenge to the beginners. For now, you have the 7-day challenge, in which you have to complete the entire campaign in Hell mode to obtain 1 copy of Hezonja. They are planning to extend the challenge. I don't know if it's gonna be 7 more days, but you are gonna have some more objectives, some more goals to achieve to obtain extra copies of Hezonja, and so I might want to start again the game to try that, to see if it is possible or not as a free-to-play, as I did in the past with Makin in the campaign. They are gonna be strengthening some old heroes and increase their drop rates in the near future. In fact, I used to talk with Jonas, and he told me that he didn't want to rework the heroes, but buff a bit their stats or their damage in their skills and their effects, in fact. So they are not gonna change their skills, but enhance the skills of the heroes, and they might become stronger than before. I can't wait to have some buffed heroes. I really do want to try some specific heroes, such as Ariel, for example, because in my opinion she has a great potential for PvP, but she lacks some damage. Imagine having an Ariel that enemies is attacking, and then she takes a turn and she one-shot some heroes in front, as she was doing before in the past. That would be great. Imagine having your lures finally starting to do some damage to bosses. That would be great. Only by increasing his damage, that would be amazing, and of course many players would definitely use lures. It would change many things to the game, and I can't wait to have this change. Imagine Walter starting to deal high damage using poisons. It would change so many things, because remember that Walter can enhance the poison damage of the team and lower the damage inflicted by enemies thanks to his unique kit with poisons. That could be great to finally use your Walter, right? And there are so many other heroes that could be way better. Imagine Sana. She can have so much potential with crit rate, crit damage with her kit, but the sad thing about her kit is that she has almost no damage for now. But with the buff, she could be really strong, right? So I can't wait to know more about the strengthening of all heroes. Tell me in the comment below what hero would you like to play, if he or she has a buff. They are also gonna release the War of Thrones. In fact, they called that the National War before. It's the PvP, the new PvP game we are gonna have this Thursday. So we are gonna have some more Rainbow Diamonds inside of the rewards of the War of Thrones, so we will be able to see the new content tomorrow. I'm excited about that. And then they are also planning to change some things about the blessing systems. For example, they are gonna allow us to combine 10 epic blessings into one legendary blessing. But the drop rate is really bad for now, so maybe you are gonna consume 10 epic blessings to get only one legendary with the rank D, and so it's gonna suck. So it's still another way to recycle your bad epic blessings though, so you can still try your luck. If you are lucky enough, you are gonna get a good piece of blessing. If you are not, then it doesn't matter because you would have never used your epic blessings. They are also finally introducing some blessing selection chests in the Rainbow Diamond store, and I can't wait to see the blessings we are gonna have inside, because it might be only D ranked or C ranked blessings, and even if it's a mythic one with the C rank, it's gonna suck. So I really do hope that at least we are gonna have maybe one each week or each month that is gonna be worth it. So it could finally be a good way to use our Rainbow Diamond in the shop. And then something more. Today it costs a lot when you want to remove your blessings. In fact, if they are legendary or mythic ones, they are gonna cost a lot. In fact, mythic ones are gonna cost 400 diamonds to remove them. So in the future, they are planning to remove the cost if you are trying to change one blessing by another one with the same kind of stats. For example, on my Indra, I have one mythic one. It's A rank. So if I got an S rank in the future, if I want to replace that one by the other, it's gonna nullify the costs, because you have the same kind of stat. So it's a way to enhance the power of your blessings on one hero, nullifying the cost, because let's be honest, 400 diamonds, it completely sucks. Okay, so that was all for the developer feedback. Now let's concentrate on the patch notes. So this is the banner that we are gonna have this Friday in Excellent and Supreme Wishes. We are gonna have a Double Legend event, so you are gonna be able to get another legendary hero for free, but take into consideration that the Double Legend hero you are gonna acquire is not part of the banner, and it doesn't count on the guarantee to obtain a hero inside of the banner. In fact, every 3 heroes, if the 2 first heroes you summoned were outside of the banner, the third one is guaranteed to be inside of the banner. But if the 2 legendary hero or one is the double legend, then no, it's not gonna count. You are gonna need to summon an extra one, so be careful with that. So we are gonna have Juewu, Jilliman, Timmy, Elena, Narc. I already talked about them all. Juewu is great for PvP if you want to horrify enemies, but be careful because it still can be cleansed. But it can be a way to be annoying in PvP. I love that, and I'm trying him at the moment, so normally in the future I'm gonna make a video talking more in detail about him. GD-Man is a good way to deal a lot of damage to enemies. She removes all buffs from them, and if you have the exclusive 3, she's gonna start using the first active skill right after removing all buffs from enemies. It's a single target unit, but she deals crazy damage depending on the heroes you have in the team to support her. But if you have a Jack and Roll in front, it might not work as intended, so be careful about that. Then you have Timmy, a great hero for PvE to break the damage of enemies. This is an amazing hero, especially for the Faction Abyss, amazing hero inside of it. Elena is mainly great for the Tower of Mark and the Faction Abyss. If you want to complete the Faction Abyss Holy Light Parliament, she is gonna help you a lot. You can complete the stage 30 using her, and same comment for Timmy, the stage 30 for the Faction Abyss in the Brotherhood faction is gonna work as well. Elena, I'm currently trying her in a PvP team, and I'm gonna show that to you in another video. She can be great to remove buffs of enemies, lower their speed, and increase passively the crit damage of your team. She is great for that. And finally, we have Narc, a great bleeder in AoE, but sadly I don't have him, so if I am lucky enough, I'm gonna get him this Friday. I'm gonna summon only one legendary hero to obtain the double legend, and we are gonna see who I am gonna get. I would love to get Narc to finally be able to try him, but I just have a few chance to drop him, so I won't be sad if I don't get him. And then you have some epic heroes, and the only one that is good is Karilla. No, never mind. Seal can be great too in the Tower of Mark early and mid game. If you need some heroes to remove the shield of the boss, Seal can do that. And he can also protect your heroes with an immortal and a shield and a block debuff. So early game for the campaign, it's a great hero to use also. And Karilla is great for PvP early and mid game. She can cleanse passively one hero in your team when he is under control, and she can remove the shield of the boss in the Tower of Mark, the blue one, so she is great too. So this Thursday, so tomorrow they are gonna add the War of Thrones, the new PvP mode, and so I'm excited to try it. They added title badges to adventurers in the info screen. These badges, you are going to be able to obtain them in the new content, the War of Thrones, for a limited time. I don't like the limited time titles and avatars and etc. For example, when you finish the championship, you have some avatars that are unique, but you can use them only during that period, and depending on your future rank in the championship, you are not going to be able to use it anymore. I like it, but I don't like it in a way. I think that you know what I mean. They are going to adjust some effects in the Endless Cloister. Promise of Frost 1 completely changed. When an ally deals damage to the target with speed lower than self, the card effect of Frost Lotus can still be triggered even if the target is not in a free status. So that's gonna help a lot on bosses because they can't be frozen. So if you have more speed than them, then you are gonna be able to apply the effect of the card, and I love that. And then you are going to have Promise of Frost 2, and it's a blessing that is going to allow you to reduce the speed of the target by 5% up to 5 layers, so 20% maximum, every time you are going to deal some basic attack damage or skill damage to an enemy. This is going to be really nice, especially against Ifrit, to lower by an extra his speed, because we all know that he has a huge amount of speed. More than 4,000, in fact. Yeah, this is crazy. This is Ifrit. So this is going to help us a lot. And Promise of Frost 3 completely changed also. When a battle starts, inflict 4 layers of tardy coldness on all enemies immediately, reducing their attack by 5% each, so a total of 20%. This is gonna help us so much. 20% can make the difference. If you add that to the attack down you can put with your debuffs and the attack down of Little Jack, so this is gonna be the way to survive versus some specific bosses that deal crazy damage in the Endless Cloister. I love the changes applied to these 3 blessings, and I think that this might help us a lot to clear some content in higher stages in the Endless Cloister. And finally, this is the thing that I am asking for since the release of the game, in fact. I was asking for that when we were playing on the beta, in fact. They finally optimized the smart casting feature, and now we will finally be able to set the number of time we want a hero to use a skill for each wave. This is amazing! So let me explain to you, in fact, what do I mean by this is insane, and that is gonna change absolutely everything in multi-battle. When you fight in a dungeon, you have 3 waves, right? You have the smart casting there with your team, and then you have some orders that you can set on heroes, so they are gonna prioritize one or another skill. And you can ban the skills you want them to use only one time. But this is not really efficient because you can ban it, so he will never use the skill, but for now you can only use the skill as the first action of the wave. So that way, my Nordak, for example, is going to use only one time that skill, and then that's all for the entire wave. Thanks to the new thing that is coming this Thursday, we are going to be able to tell him, for example, to use only twice that skill, but it's going to have even more sense if you are using it on heroes that can act multiple times in a row. For example, Catherine. Let's say that on Catherine, I want to use one time the 2 skills. I wasn't able to do that in the past. I was able to ban that skill and to tell her to do it first at the beginning of the wave, but then that skill was forced to be opened. So she was using that and then that skill one time, and then if I wasn't able to kill the wave before she get her cooldown back on that skill, she was reusing it, and that was meaning that I would not have that skill available for the next wave. So then we are finally going to be able to say to her, use only one time that skill and one time that skill, and that's all for the wave. And so she's going to have both cooldowns ready for the second wave. This is going to change many things for PvE. I do love that. Then we have something that might be bad for many players depending on the way you are summoning your miracle wishes. Let me read that. The system will select an expected hero automatically if it's not selected by adventurers in Miracle Wish. So in fact, if I go to the game, in the Miracle Wish, you have a guarantee. On banners, you need to select one hero, the wish hero, the hero you want on the guarantee. But if you don't select any hero, then if you summon a legendary hero, it will not change the guarantee. And so if you are one away from the guarantee, some players are not selecting any hero, so when they get a legendary hero, the guarantee doesn't change at all. And so in fact, it was great if you were waiting for a limited hero, so you could still summon on miracle banners and keep the guarantee for the limited hero, but now it's not gonna be doable anymore. Then something great too, they increased the cap of Faction Abyss artifact ban drops in Marius Dungeon in the Dwarven Ruins from 6 to 7, and this is gonna be amazing because we had a new faction recently, and so we had more kind of artifacts. And so this is going to be better to target the artifacts we want to have. Another good thing, they lowered the requirement of winning times in the Tower of Mark for the advanced quest from 45 times to 40 only, so this is a bit better, but in fact you need to still wait 7 days to complete the advanced quest, so I don't think that it's going to change many things. They lowered the difficulty of some Space Temple, this is great for new players, and finally added a shrink button to chat in battle screen. So when you are going to be in battle, you are going to be able to chat with players, and this can be good in my opinion for the players who are using the chat. So that was all for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If it's the case, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Have a nice day and see you in the next one. Bye bye.